On one extreme of premium pricing, we have what we call penetration pricing. Penetration pricing is basically where you lower your cost or your price so much so that you do it in order to be able to gain market share at the risk of not making any money or hardly making any money at all, if not losing money. So penetration price strategy is one of those risky situations where you may gain market share, but at what cost? At what cost? You lower your price so much so that you're not making much money, or in fact, you may be losing money. Now, there are times where this strategy may be appropriate, maybe. We're going to talk about that later. Maybe you want to use this product as part of another bundled service that you want to be able to offer, and maybe that this is going to be something that's going to be priced very low. Now, when we look at the different problems within this strategy, let me walk with you at least four of them that I may see here. The first one is that when you charge a very low price, that is, you basically condition the market to basically pay that price. So in the future, if you decide to raise the price, guess what's going to happen? The market may reject it because they're used to paying a certain price. In other words, is that you anchor them at that particular low price. Second problem is, again, when we see and when we look at the price, that usually tells us the quality of that product. We have that draw that if the price is low, the product might not be as good. If we see a high price, it must mean that it must be premium quality. When we see low price, like I said, the first thing that pops in mind is a cheap item. It must be not as good as that premium product. It might not be worth it. There must be something wrong. It seems too low. Right? It's because the price is actually too low. So using penetration pricing can actually hurt your brand, hurt your business, that can eventually put you into trouble when you're trying to generate revenue eventually. Last but not least, or second to last, is no R&D or no reinvestments, right? So here's what happens. When you go into penetration strategy mode, you're not making that much money. Because you're not making that much money, you really don't have more money to be able to reinvest and to develop new products to actually build your business in the long term. So in other words, is that you're basically living off through that small income stream that's coming from those products, which gives you no reinvestment opportunities, which means you're pretty much stuck with the product that you have. And once that product goes away, you may not have any product to be able to add because there was no R&D, there was no reinvestment to be able to create new products or services. The last one is this. I want to be able to talk about, when the demand is too high. Sometimes you price your product so low that demand is so high that basically you're in trouble. Now, some people have this thought process that, well, if I have high volume, I can lower my cost. In some cases, that is true, but also keep in mind that your fixed cost will go up because you may need more tools, more people to be able to build just to be able to meet that demands, which means your cost is going to rise as well. So again, it may or may not be a profit margin there for you. So using penetration pricing is very dangerous. But later on, I'm going to show you a strategy that you can actually use with penetration pricing that ties into another larger strategy, and as a whole kind of diminishes the negative effect of using penetration pricing. But we'll talk about that in just a bit. Let's move on to the next pricing strategy on our next video.